3 weeks ago, I got an email from someone, let's call her Sarah, and she said she had spent like $3,000 on certifications over 2 years. Security Plus, Cybersecurity Analyst Plus, and even started her CISSP preparation. She built a home lab, completed TryHackMe challenges, everything you can think of. And she applied to 200 plus cybersecurity jobs in 6 months. And all she got was 12 interviews in total and 0 offers. She asked me, what am I doing wrong? I have more certifications than people already working in cybersecurity. And I had to tell her something that's going to sound harsh. Her technical skills were never the problem. If you have been applying to cybersecurity jobs and getting nowhere despite having certifications and technical knowledge, well, I'm going to show you why. And it has nothing to do with needing another certification or building a bigger home lab. In the next 7 minutes, I'll reveal the 3 skills that actually get you hired in cybersecurity, backed by data from hiring managers and recruiters, of course. And none of them are technical, but all of them are the difference between endless applications and actual job offers. And I will give you specific actionable ways to build each one, starting today, without spending a dollar. But first, let me show you what she was missing and what 70% of cybersecurity job seekers get wrong. I asked her to send me her resume and the conversations she had with one of her interviewers. 5 minutes into it, and I found the problem. The interviewer asked, tell me about a time you identified a security risk and how you handled it. And her answer was, well, I haven't had a job in security yet, so I don't have any real world experience. But in my home lab, I configured Splunk to detect brute force attacks and set up automated alerts. That was her answer. And it is technically accurate, demonstrated knowledge, but completely missed the point of the question. Here's what the hiring manager actually wanted to hear. Evidence that Sarah could identify problems and communicate them clearly and influence outcomes. The home lab was just the vehicle, but she focused on the tool and not the skill. And this is the pattern I see everywhere. According to ISC2's 2024 Cybersecurity Workforce Study, when hiring managers were asked, what's the biggest skills gap in cybersecurity candidates? The number one answer was in technical knowledge. It was communication skills. 60% hiring managers said candidates couldn't translate technical findings into business language. They couldn't explain why a vulnerability matters to someone who doesn't understand technology. And here's the data that makes this even clearer. According to LinkedIn's 2024 Job Skills Report, cybersecurity candidates with visible portfolio like GitHub, blog posts, documented projects receive 3 times more interview requests than those with just certifications listed. Profiles that include business impact statements, for example, reduced incident response time by 40%, etc., get 2.1 times more recruiter messages. And according to Gartner's 2024 Security Talent Report, the most sought after skill in cybersecurity hiring is ability to translate technical risk into business impact, cited by 73% of chief information security officers. Demonstrable project experience ranks higher than certifications for roles below 100,000 salary. According to CompTIA's 2024 Cybersecurity Career Privacy Career Pathway Study, 68% of employed cybersecurity professionals said they learned more applicable skills from personal projects than from certifications. And 54% said their portfolio or GitHub activity was mentioned during the interview that led to their current job. Well, the pattern is clear. Technical skills get you to the resume screen, but these 3 non-technical skills get you the offer. So, what are they? Skill 1. Translating technical findings to business impact. This is the ability to explain cybersecurity concepts to non-technical people in terms they care about, like money, reputation, operational disruption, compliance risk, etc. And how do you build it? Take any recent cybersecurity breach in the news. Write a one-page memo as if you're explaining it to a CEO who doesn't understand technology. And use this formula, like what happened plus why it matters to the business, what should we do about it. Let me share an example. Instead of SQL injection vulnerability in the authentication module, you can say attackers can access customer data without logging in, which creates GDPR fines of up to 20 million euros and damages customer trust. And we need to implement input validation within 2 weeks. And when you write this, please don't use AI. Use your knowledge or your learnings. And do this for 10 breaches at least. Post them on LinkedIn or Medium. This is your portfolio of business communication. Skill number 2, building proof of skills, or I would say portfolio projects. Certifications prove you studied, and projects prove you can do the work. How to build this? Create a public GitHub repository documenting these security projects. Let me give you some project examples. Project 1, security assessments. Analyze a vulnerable application legally. Use OWASP, JuiceShop, or DVWA. Document findings using a real penetration testing report format. Include risk ratings, proof of concept, and remediation steps. The project 2 I would suggest, automation script. Write a Python script that solves a security problem. For example, let's say automated log parser, vulnerability scanner for misconfigured AWS S3 buckets. And please do this on your own account. And you can also write a password strength checker and document the code with clear comments. And project 3 would be security architecture diagram. Design a secure architecture for a fictional small business. Show network segmentation, where you would place the firewalls and how would you implement least privilege, where encryption applies here. Use free tools like draw.io and write a 2-page explanation. Post all 3 on GitHub and link to them in your resume and LinkedIn. According to the data I mentioned earlier, this alone triples your interview rate. Skill 3 is understanding business context. Security exists to enable business and not block it. Hiring managers want people who understand this. How to build this skill? Pick an industry, let's say healthcare, finance, retail, or manufacturing. Research their top 3 business challenges and top 3 compliance requirements. Then answer, how does cybersecurity enable business? And what security controls support compliance? Write a 1-page analysis for 3 different industries and post them as LinkedIn articles or blog posts. Again, don't use AI. When you interview, you can say that you have researched the industry, let's say healthcare, and HIPAA compliance requires X, and ransomware disrupts patient care operations. So here's how you would approach security to protect both compliance and operational availability. That sentence demonstrates business context. Most candidates never get there. The bigger truth here is, after I walked through her with these 3 skills, she spent 30 days building them. And she created a GitHub with 3 projects. She wrote 5 LinkedIn posts translating breaches to business impact. She researched 3 industries. She applied to 15 jobs with her new portfolio focused resume. And you will not believe it, she got 8 interviews and 3 job offers. And she accepted a SOC analyst role at $70,000. Same technical skills, but different presentation of those skills. The cybersecurity industry has a skills gap, but it's not the gap you think. According to the data, it's communication, demonstration, and business context. Those skills are free to build. They just require intentional effort. Here's what I have created for you. The Cybersecurity Portfolio Building Guide. It includes 10 breach to business impact writing templates, 5 portfolio ideas with step-by-step instructions, industry research framework for healthcare, finance, and tech, resume rewording guide, like technical statements to business impact statements, and GitHub setup checklist. And if you want it, you can download it from the link below, and it's absolutely free. And if this video helped clarify the cybersecurity career landscape, please like and subscribe to this channel. I publish content breaking down careers, emerging threats on cybersecurity and AI, and the actual technical competencies required to succeed in this field. You can also follow me on other social media and subscribe to my Substack newsletter if you don't want to miss on the latest cybersecurity updates on career, technology and startup security. Links is there down below. I am Shashi. Build what matters.